What's going on, y'all? It's your boy AC back with another video. And I guess now that we know that Triple G versus Canelo fight is happening, I guess I'll give my prediction on it. Get it out the way. First off, last night's fight was a complete fix. The only thing that that would have made it even more legit is if Vince McMahon would have done it. For real. I saw a complete farce last night. I think that Chavez Jr. just showed up to collect a paycheck. I think that Chavez Jr. I think they did a good job of trying to sell this fight, but at the end of the day, Mexico versus Mexico, Cinco de Mayo. I mean, they tried to make something happen. They really did try to make something happen, but at the end of the day, this was just a glorified sparring session. Again, Chavez just came to collect the paycheck. I mean, and like I said, it was just one big infomercial for Triple G versus Canelo, and that's just what it is. I seen people on Twitter talk about, make the claim that, Triple G, it was worth $65 just to hear that Triple G was guaranteed Canelo's next opponent. I call complete BS. I think that if you're a fan of boxing and you paid $65 for this pay-per-view, I'm sorry to tell you, but you got. Yeah, you got the flim flam pulled on you, Chief. That's just what it is. We not even gonna play that game. You got flim flam. You got finessed out of $65 to see a glorified sparring session. That's life. That's how it works, Chief. All right. With that being said, Triple G versus Canelo Alvarez. How do these fighters stack up? Let me see. Canelo Alvarez, after he beat Floyd Mayweather. After he lost to Floyd. My God. After he lost to Floyd. Let me see. Angulo, Lara, Kirkland, Canelo, Chavez. I think I'm missing somebody. But those are the last fights. Those are the last fights that he been in for the most part. How do we view that competition? Angulo was a walkthrough. Kirkland knockout of the year, and that didn't even go. That didn't even go 4 rounds. Amir Khan, we already knew what was going to happen with that. That was a farce of a fight too. Let me see. Chavez Jr., like I said, that was a glorified sparring session. Is Canelo ready for Triple G? Real talk. Now, not only that, we're looking at somebody. We're looking at Canelo. I think he's faster than Triple G. I think his skills as a fighter, as a boxer, is underrated. We know how that go. I think his in-ring IQ is underrated. Being that he went pro, without doing amateurs, you know what I mean? I think that in-ring knowledge under the bright lights, I think that helps him, So that's what I'm looking at in Canelo. What I'm looking for in Triple G. Well, his last few opponents have not been too much to gawk at. Kell Brook was outboxing him prior to beating him. Okay. Danny Jacobs. Many people, including myself, think that Danny Jacobs actually won that fight. As a matter of fact, I don't think that Canelo needs to be fighting Triple G next. I think that Danny Jacobs needs to be fighting Triple G next. But that's just me. Honestly, I forgot outside of those two, I forgot the last few people that Triple G fought, because for the most part they've been tomato cans. They've been Uber drivers. But nevertheless, he's the number one middleweight in the world. It is what it is. That's nothing that we can dispute. He's the number one middleweight in the world. And with that being said, with that being said, we have to respect him, and we had to respect him as such. Like, Triple G has unbelievable power. He has the better amateur pedigree with over 400 fights, silver medalist in the Olympics, underrated foot. He's a plodding fighter. He's not very fast. He's not very quick. Triple G can't fight off the back foot. Canelo is better at coming off the back foot. Triple G's defense is not where it's supposed to be. For somebody who has over 400 fights in the amateurs, Triple G's defense is not where it's supposed to be. It is not where it's supposed to be. I think Canelo has better defense. Honestly, I think if Canelo can get in the inside and apply pressure, I think that Canelo can throw enough slugs to back Triple G up, keep him at arm's length. I think he can make Triple G respect his paws. I think Triple G needs to work behind the jab. I think he needs to throw his jab more than what he did with Lemieux. Really, and he doesn't have to worry about cutting off the ring, because Canelo isn't going to give him nothing to cut off. I think he's going to have to be technically better and turn on the power when he needs to. But all in all, who do I think is going to win this fight? I got Canelo doing it. I actually have Canelo doing it. I think Canelo will display enough defense. I think Canelo's in-ring prowess is going to shine through, and I think that that's going to be enough for him to pull through. I do believe that if it goes the full 12 rounds, I do believe that Canelo will somehow win the fight. The only way that Canelo will not win the fight on the scorecards is if Triple G wins at least 10 rounds. Is if Triple G wins 10 rounds out of 12. I think the judges' scorecard is going to make it. I think the judges' scorecard, if it's a close fight, they're going to give it to Canelo. We've seen Canelo get gift decisions against Lara. We've seen what happened in the fight against Floyd, where Floyd won by majority split decision, despite the fact he won all 12 rounds. So that doesn't give me any reason to believe that he's gonna, if it goes 12 rounds, and if it's a close fight, they're gonna give it to Canelo. It is what it is. Triple G is gonna have, if Triple G is going to win, he's gonna have to do it by stoppage. He has to do it by stoppage. I don't think Triple G is gonna win if it's a close fight going into round 12. Period. So I think that's what it is. Canelo versus Triple G, September 14th. I got Canelo winning. Canelo got the youth. I think he got the upside. I think all of his skills are underrated, and people look past Canelo, but he's a very good boxer. I think he's going to prove the doubters wrong on September 14th. All right. With that said, it's your boy AC. I will holler. Peace.